Welcome back in new video. Please give your opinion in comment section. Enjoy the story. The day I walked into that courtroom, I didn't come to fight. I came to end it. I slapped Emily's son 5 times, right there in front of everyone. By the time Ryan arrived, she was already sobbing in his arms like some wounded dove. He looked at me like I was the monster. "Claire, you're completely out of control," he shouted. So I slapped him. Twice. I didn't even flinch. I'd spent the last few days packing up a decade of my life, but somewhere between the boxes and the silence, I forgot to pack him. He stared at me like he'd never seen me before. Like the woman standing in front of him wasn't the one who laughed at his dumb jokes, who held his hand through his father's funeral, who once stayed up all night just to watch the sunrise with him after finals week. "Surprised," I said, my voice low. "Why would you be? While you were out there parading around with your little secretary, did you really think there wouldn't be consequences?" I leaned in, close enough to smell his cologne, the one I picked out for him. "Since you're so blind today, maybe you shouldn't even keep my last name. Just take yours back. Because the moment I saw you two together, I already knew exactly how this would end." Emily cried harder. Tears slid down her cheeks like rain on glass. She looked at me with those wide, pitiful eyes. "Miss Claire, you've misunderstood. There's nothing between me and Mr. Parker." I didn't waste a second on her performance. I turned to the guards. "Get her out." Then I lit a cigarette, sat down at Ryan's desk, the one we used to make love on, and slid the divorce papers toward him. "Sign it. After the 30-day cooling-off period, we're done." He didn't move, just sat there, stone-faced. Through the smoke, I studied him. God, he was still beautiful. That sharp jaw, those eyes that used to light up when he saw me. No wonder I loved him for 10 years. But then I remembered, this was the same mouth that kissed her while still trying to kiss me. The thought made me want to vomit. I took off my wedding ring, placed it on the desk. The sound it made, sharp, final, was like a knife cutting through film. I turned to leave. That's when he called after me, voice breaking. "Claire, can't we just not do this?" For a second, I froze. And then I saw it, like a flashback from another life. Summer after college entrance exams. Cicadas screaming in the trees. Green leaves trembling in the wind. Ryan under the shade of an old oak, school uniform hanging loose on his frame, too nervous to look me in the eye. "Claire, the exams are over. Can I start pursuing you now?" 2 voices screamed in my head. One from the past. "Yes, I want to be with you." One from now. "No, I don't want you anymore." I stubbed out my cigarette right there on his desk. The expensive wood burned instantly, leaving a black scar. "Oops," I said, almost laughing. "Ruined the birthday gift I once gave you. But honestly, since you and Emily had your fun on this thing, it just feels dirty now." "Toss it." His face changed. Shock, then something darker. "You've been spying on me." I let out a short laugh, shook my head, then pulled a stack of photos from my bag and threw them on the desk. "No. Your precious secretary couldn't wait to brag about it to me." I leaned forward. "Go ahead and sign. Isn't she pregnant? Got a prenatal checkup at 3 p.m. today." I unlocked my phone, showed him the message. "Mr. Parker, my grandfather's birthday banquet is tonight. I have a client meeting, running late. Can you cover for me? Sender, Eliza Summers." His secretary. Ryan stared at the screen. Silent. I didn't have the energy to play this frozen statue game. I grabbed my bag and walked out. From the passenger seat, my assistant asked, "Miss Claire, are you still going to your grandfather's banquet tonight?" I pressed my fingers to my temples, suddenly so tired. "No, I'm not." I handed her the divorce papers. "Take these to Grandpa. He'll understand." I paused and scheduled that meeting with the venture capital group. Tonight, top floor of the Grand Horizon. Champagne bubbled in an ice bucket. I flipped through pitch decks, focused, until the elevator dinged. The door flew open. Ryan stormed in, eyes blazing, tie loose, hair a mess. "Claire, are you serious about this?" I didn't look up. "Take the guests to the lounge," I told my assistant. "Seems Mr. Parker has something to say." He stepped closer. "You won't even show up for your grandfather's birthday, just to dine with these pretty boys? You sent the divorce papers to him? Claire, how far are you going to take this before you're satisfied?" I finally looked at him. "Do you really think I brought this up just to throw a tantrum? Ryan, I don't want to live like this anymore. He froze, like I'd slapped him again. We've been together 10 years, married 3, and now you just want to end it? I sighed. If she terminates the pregnancy and leaves the country, I'll consider staying. Otherwise, I will file. He exploded. Are you insane? That's my child. And don't forget, you can't even have kids. You've got fertility issues. I've compromised for you for years. What more do you want? He slammed his hand on the table. This is how it works in families like ours. As long as it's quiet, no one cares. Wives turn a blind eye. But you're just too greedy. I stared at him. Bloodshot eyes. Voice full of venom. This was the first time he'd ever screamed at me, just to protect her and their child. I raised my hand. Slapped him. Hard. Ryan, I said, voice trembling, you disgust me. He clicked his tongue. Are you done? What's with your temper lately? That one sentence. Something inside me cracked. Tears spilled. Not slow. Not quiet. They fell like rain I couldn't stop. I saw confusion in his eyes. And that broke me even more. I didn't cry when I found the photos. I didn't cry when I filed for divorce. But this, him dismissing my pain like it was nothing, this destroyed me. I ran. Like I was running from a fire. Wasn't all of this his fault? He used to say he'd hold up the sky for me. He promised I'd be his princess forever. He said he'd love me through every storm. But now, he pushed me into the storm, then stood there watching me drown, and blamed me for getting wet. At 2 a.m., I sent him one last message. Do you know we once had a child? His reply came fast. Claire, you have fertility issues. I stared at the screen. Fingers frozen. That wasn't him. I knew it instantly. The tone. The coldness. It wasn't Ryan. Somewhere far away, Emily was holding his phone. And she just deleted our entire chat. Ryan's voice cut through the quiet of the late night. Emily, what are you doing? She jumped, nearly dropping the phone. And nothing. I saw it near the edge of the table. I was afraid it would fall, so I moved it. She flipped the screen over and, almost on instinct, deleted the entire message thread with me. Ryan was drunk. He took the phone back, his voice flat. It's late. You should go. But Emily didn't want to leave. She clung to his arm, her breath warm against his chest. It's so late. Don't make me go. The air between them was thick, heavy with things left unsaid. But as he looked into her soft, pleading eyes, Ryan suddenly thought of me. I never begged. I never clung. I'd always lift my chin and tell him straight, whether I loved him, whether I was hurt, whether I was done. A sharp pain stabbed his chest. Without thinking, he reached for his phone. Wanted to text me. Anything. Even a stupid joke. Even calling me Mom, like he used to when we were young. Anything was better than that cold, empty look I gave him tonight. Because for the first time, it felt like I didn't love him anymore. He pushed Emily away and dialed my number. Sorry, the number you have dialed is unavailable. Panic hit him like a wave. He opened WeChat, scrolled through his messages. Our chat gone. No matter how many times he searched, it wasn't there. He typed my name manually. Send a message. A red exclamation mark. I had deleted him. The call didn't go through either. Claire really didn't love him anymore. He tried to convince himself. She's just emotional. I was drunk. She'll calm down tomorrow. I'll go find her. But the next morning at the airport, the staff said, Miss Claire already took her flight this morning. As for anything else, we're not sure. Ryan grabbed one of my assistants. Where did she go? When is she coming back? The assistant just shook his head and handed him a folder. This is the divorce agreement Miss Claire asked me to give you. She said the last one wasn't signed. This one has her signature. He paused. If you insist on asking, she said, on the day the 30-day cooling-off period ends, 9:30 a.m., Civil Affairs Office. She'll be waiting. At that moment, my plane touched down in Tokyo. It had been a brutal night. I don't even remember how long I sat there, clutching that abortion notice, sobbing until I had no tears left. I locked it in a drawer. A thin layer of dust had already settled on top. I'd imagined so many reactions from Ryan. Anger, guilt, desperation. But I never expected him not to believe me. I didn't know how to carry the weight of that betrayal. 10 years. I didn't have another 10 to waste. So I ran. Yes, it was cowardly. But it worked. At first, Ryan seemed frantic, calling, searching, demanding answers. But after a while, he stopped. Maybe he thought I'd show up after 30 days. Maybe he believed time would soften me. Maybe he thought I'd come back, and he could sweet-talk me into staying. On the last day, I returned. From a distance, I saw him standing outside the civil office, holding a huge bouquet of roses. Anyone who didn't know better would have thought we were there to get married. "Claire," he said, smiling like nothing had happened. "Long time no see. Here." He held out the flowers. I didn't take them. "Let's go inside first." He kept smiling, voice bright. "While you were gone, I thought about everything. I don't want to separate. I want us to stay together. I know you're still hurt about Emily." His words were cut off. Emily walked toward us, cradling her belly, smiling gently. "Ryan, haven't you handled things yet? We've got that prenatal appointment this afternoon, remember?" Her words were for him, but her eyes were locked on me, full of challenge. I knew what she was doing. While I was gone, Ryan refused to marry her. So now, she had to come here, to me, to force his hand. "Emily, what are you doing here?" Ryan frowned. "I told you to stay home." "What prenatal appointment?" I asked. "We're supposed to be taking you to terminate the pregnancy today." Emily ignored him. She grabbed his hand and pressed it to her stomach. "Ryan, feel it. This is our baby. He's still so small, growing right here. Can you really bear to kill your own child?" Ryan's face softened. I could see it, the crack in his armor. I didn't feel anger, just amusement. If he wanted to play the loving father, he could do it at home. We weren't even divorced yet, and he already had an illegitimate child. And Emily was being a mistress something to be proud of. Did they really think standing here like this would move me? I smiled. "Cold. Get divorced first. Then you two can get married. I'll even bring a gift." Ryan turned to me, desperate. "Claire, can we please not do this?" He begged me not to leave him, while standing beside the woman carrying his child. In that moment, whatever was left of him in my heart rotted away. I didn't wait for him to finish. I turned and walked away. "Fine. Drag it out. The result will be the same." My car pulled away, leaving them behind. That afternoon, the divorce lawsuit landed on Ryan's desk. I'd been gone over 2 weeks. So much to catch up on. After a long nap, I attended a formal reception, announcing a new partnership for the Zhao family. I wore black, elegant, confident, and then I saw him, Ryan, laughing with his friends. "Still haven't gotten Claire to forgive you," one of them said. "Honestly, you spoiled her too much. Every man in our circle has a little side piece, and she's infertile anyway. Now that Emily's pregnant." Ryan's face darkened. "Who told you she's infertile?" The man shut up instantly, glanced at Emily across the room, gave her a panicked look. Ryan followed his gaze, stared at Emily. She flinched. "I just heard it somewhere. Don't be mad, okay? It's not good for the baby." Ryan finished his drink and walked away. "If you know it's not good, then you should have stayed home like I told you." Emily's lips quivered. "I know I've caused trouble. I'll ask Claire to forgive me. I want my child to live. Is that so wrong?" Ryan used to love her softness. Now, under the influence of alcohol, her whining grated on him. "Cut the drama. Stay in the corner. Don't go parading in front of Claire." That made Emily panic. She saw me across the room, calm, composed, powerful. Pregnant women are sensitive. Fear took over. Without a word, she marched toward me, then dropped to her knees. "Miss Claire, I'm begging you. Please spare my child." The room fell silent. I stepped back. "Miss Emily, this is a lawful society. Don't make threats. The Zhao family runs clean business. We don't tolerate slander." But she clung to my leg, sobbing. "I know I'm the other woman, but I just want to give my child a home. Please let me have Ryan. Give him to me." I couldn't push her. She was pregnant. "Fine. Take him. Just let go of my leg." Before she could respond, Ryan stormed over, yanked her up. "Emily, are you out of your mind?" But she didn't hear him. She grabbed his hand. "Ryan, she doesn't want you anymore. Claire doesn't love you. She's infertile. But I'm carrying your child. Marry me. Promise me." Ryan went silent. Everyone could see it. Her mind was unraveling. I signaled the staff to escort her out. Then I stepped into a quiet corner. Turned to Ryan. "Let me go," I said softly. "Please. I'm begging you." Guilt flooded his face. "Claire, I love you. But the baby in Emily's belly, that's my responsibility." I took a sip of champagne. Calm. Distant. That night we argued. I messaged you. You replied, "Claire, you have fertility issues." His face paled. "What? That wasn't me." But I didn't lie, Ryan. My voice broke. "We did have a child." His hand trembled. "What? When?" I looked down. "It's gone. I lost it. I miscarried." I met his eyes. "The same day you slept with Emily for the first time." His breath caught. "Remember that storm? Power was out everywhere. I called you. Said I was scared. But really, I wanted to tell you I was pregnant." My throat tightened. "You said there was a work emergency. Half an hour. But an hour passed. I couldn't reach you. I got worried. I changed clothes, started down the stairs. I paused. Then I got a text. I thought it was you. But it was a photo. You and Emily. In bed." My shoulders shook. I fell. Blood on the stairs. I tried to crawl to my phone, but I passed out. The housekeeper found me hours later. When I woke up, the doctor said the baby didn't make it. Ryan collapsed. He didn't care about appearances. He pulled me into his arms. I pushed him away, twice, but I didn't have the strength. We sank to the floor. He held me, sobbing like a child. When I woke up, I whispered. "I cried just like you are now. That night, I needed you. But the housekeeper said you'd left on a business trip with Emily. You never came. Not once." He looked up, eyes desperate. "Claire, I didn't know. I finished it for him. You were chasing something new. Emily's quiet, gentle. She looks like me, but she's not me. That night, she kissed you first. And in that storm, you made a mistake." I sighed. "I don't love you anymore. But remembering all of this, it still hurts." I pulled away. "Let's reapply tomorrow. I want this over." Before I left, I apologized to the event organizer. The announcement was overshadowed. We agreed to reschedule. He offered to drive me home. I declined. Later, I found out he was supposed to be my next potential match. Calm. Respectful. Even after I rejected him, he stayed kind. Well, maybe next time. Ryan looked exhausted the next morning. Dark circles. We submitted the divorce request again. A new 30-day period. But this time he knew. When it ended, I was really gone. "Can I come back with you?" he asked. I lightly slapped his hand. "No need. I can handle the mess you left me." Then plop. A tear hit the floor. I froze. It reminded me of when I first moved in. He stood there, clumsy, trying to help. I said the same thing. But back then, I was moving in. Now I was moving out. 2 boxes left. Things I didn't want. Give them to the housekeeper. I deleted my fingerprint from the smart lock. 10 years of love. Didn't even take an afternoon to pack. Ryan stood there, dazed. That night, he stayed up. Took out every item. My toothbrush, my slippers, my favorite bowl, the pillow I used in the study, and put them back exactly where I left them. He remembered everything. At dawn, he turned on the TV. And there I was, standing beside the business partner from the reception, announcing our new collaboration. Seamless. Strong. Reporters asked about the divorce. I nodded. A peaceful separation. The divorce is finalizing. I didn't expect Emily to ask to meet me, but I agreed. When she walked in, I said, "Jen, bring warm milk. Miss Emily is pregnant." She stared at me. "I thought you'd ruin me, but you're offering me a drink? You're kind." I laughed. "Hello. Kind. Emily, those 5 slaps must have rattled your brain." Jen went to serve tea. Emily stopped her. "I'm not pregnant. I can drink tea." I nodded. Jen stepped back. Emily blinked. "You're not surprised?" I was. "Not anymore." She looked down. "I'm sorry about the baby. That message. I just wanted to provoke you. I didn't know you were pregnant." I cut her off. Crocodile tears. "You chose to be the other woman. You chose to play victim. Now you feel remorse? I won't forgive you. Do what you want with Ryan. Just leave me alone. She started to cry. Her usual act. I sighed. You came from a village. Worked your way into a top university. Won every scholarship. All that just to become a mistress. Her tears stopped. You had ambition. Now you fake a pregnancy, cling to my leg in public, beg for a man who betrayed me. I looked her dead in the eye. If that's who you are now, return every scholarship. Everything you studied, wasted. Get out. She left. This time she didn't cry. I told Jen. Never let her in again. One time was enough. Later, Ryan called. Claire, did Emily bother you? She's gone. Handle it before it happens. Don't call me after. I paused. Tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. civil office. Don't be late. I hung up. Beep, beep, beep. Emily resigned that night. Left the city. The final day came. I walked to the civil office and froze. Ryan stood there, wearing a high school uniform. Hair loose. No gold-rimmed glasses. Just the boy I fell in love with. Cicadas chirped. Leaves rustled. He walked toward me, smiling. Claire, can you fall in love with me one more time? For a second, I hesitated. Then I pointed to a bare tree branch. Ryan, look. There's a bird. He turned. Where? It's already gone. I met his eyes. Ryan, it's already over. He understood. Slowly, he took off the jacket. We went in. Signed. The divorce certificate landed in my hands. Heavy. Final. Claire, he whispered. I didn't see that message. Emily confessed. She replied as me. If I'd seen it, if I'd come to you that night, would we still be together? I tucked it away. Shook my head. How many nights did you spend with her? Now you ask what if. I stepped back. There are no more what ifs. What's done is done. He caught my hand. Can I walk you home? Not to get back together. Just to start over. To fall in love with you again. I glanced at my phone. Shane was already on his way. Take care of yourself, I said. Goodbye. I got in the car. Shane looked at me. Do you want to cry? You can use my shoulder. But not while I'm driving. I laughed. I'm not crying. Just stuffy. As we drove, I looked in the rearview mirror. But I never looked back. 2 months later, we returned to our alma mater for a ribbon cutting. Ryan nudged me. That money was worth it. I pointed at a boy on the field. He looks promising. But you used to run faster. The boy ran off to talk to a girl. Ah, young love. Just like us. Ryan looked at the ring on my finger. Getting engaged to Shane next month? I nodded. I'll send the invite. Don't forget to come. He smiled. I'll be there. I left first. Ryan stayed. Sat under a tree. Listened to the cicadas. Watched the students. Remembered a boy who once asked, exams are over. Can I chase after you now? But when did that love fade? He couldn't remember. That summer, noisy, golden, full of love, was gone. I turned back once. Said goodbye to that door full of stories. With pain still in my heart, I got engaged. And Ryan, he never came. Because he knew. He had forever missed the summer of the cicadas. The end.